Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Newjeans request Njz trademark review again, then quickly delete request.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a situation that's been brewing under the surface for a while, and now it's officially exploded into the spotlight. On May 19th, all 5 members of Newjeans, Minji, Hani, Danielle, Heron, and Hyane, filed a joint request for an expedited review of a trademark application for the name NJZ, which was intended to be their new solo group identity. Now, at first glance, this might sound like a routine piece of paperwork, just another step in a rebranding process, a minor technicality even. But in context, this move is nothing short of explosive. It's controversial, it's strategic, and it's lighting up both courtrooms and K-pop comment sections everywhere. But before we unravel the tangled web of this NJZ trademark drama, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next update. Because trust me, this isn't ending anytime soon.
Child, you telling us? I feel like we've been on this for like how long now?
So let's break this down, because for
a
lot
year?
of fans and
Are we at a
netizens
year?
alike,
We're gonna be here in August, I think.
Oh my god.
this move by Newjeans has sparked serious backlash. People are calling it tone-deaf, reckless, and even borderline defiant. But before we rush to judgment, let's first get into what an expedited trademark review even is. In South Korea, a regular trademark application typically takes several months, sometimes even longer, to process. It's a long game, and the timeline is meant to allow for proper review and avoid any unnecessary legal overlap. But when someone files for an expedited review, they're essentially hitting the fast-forward button. This isn't something people do casually. An expedited review signals urgency, a belief that time is of the essence. It's usually used in situations where there's a risk of conflict, brand hijacking, or if there's already ongoing legal tension that could escalate without swift action. So by filing this request, Newjeans, or more accurately, their legal team, was essentially saying, we want exclusive rights to NJZ now, and we're willing to jump the line to get it. And here's where it gets messy, because far from being a neutral legal move, this trademark push directly contradicts a standing court injunction. Yes, you heard that right. The Seoul Central District Court has already made a ruling that prohibits Newjeans from operating independently from ADOR. No new branding, no solo ventures, no separate contracts, and yes, no NJZ trademarks, without explicit approval from their agency. And that's not just a company rule, that's a legal court order. So when people saw the expedited NJZ application being filed, the reactions ranged from confusion to outright outrage. Many saw it as a direct defiance of the law, a move that undermines the authority of the court, disrespects the judicial process, and frankly puts the members themselves at serious legal risk. But let's rewind for a second, because we need to understand the backstory to fully grasp why this NJZ filing wasn't just controversial, it was potentially catastrophic. The roots of this drama trace all the way back to early 2025. In February, Newjeans shocked the K-pop world when they announced their departure from ADOR, the very company that debuted and built their brand. They quickly introduced NJZ as their new name, implying a
Hold up, it's the timestamps. We can skip the summary. We know all of this. There's no point. We know all of
I mean,
this.
we know the tea, guys. We
full
need to get
rebrand
to
and independence
it.
from ADOR, but on track no talking fines, lawsuits, and even the possibility of criminal liability. But it doesn't stop there. If the court ultimately upholds the exclusive contract with ADOR, the members could face huge penalties, profit sharing from their independent ventures, large-scale compensation claims, and even damage payments for breach of contract. In the worst-case scenario, it's not just a branding failure. It could be a financial and legal disaster for the group. In fact, many legal analysts believe that this expedited trademark request wasn't just risky, it was borderline self-sabotaging. By trying to legitimize the NJZ brand while a court order actively banned it, Newjeans may have dug themselves deeper into legal trouble. It's one thing to break a contract. It's another to be seen blatantly defying a court ruling. So here's the twist. Just days after filing the expedited request, Newjeans quietly withdrew it. No fanfare, no major press announcement, just a quiet legal reversal. But this sudden U-turn has only raised more questions. Was this a strategic retreat?
So
a legal course
curious.
correct?
I'm so
Okay,
curious.
so let's be real. Is it possible that the intern filed it by mistake?
Intern?
Yeah. Because, you know, they have a...
They have to prove it. They have to
No, but
review,
that's my point. They
file.
have a, what you call it, not the paralegals.
Yeah.
What if a paralegal just filed it by mistake?
No, that you have to go through so many checks before you actually like file. And oh my bad. There's a lot of steps and a lot of payment that you have to ask. Okay,
But then
what
why
account
do
gonna-
it and reverse it?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That's why I'm wondering who had a change of heart or
Because mistakes happen, right? We can't sit here and pretend like, oh, errors don't happen in paperwork.
yeah, but please. That's so many steps like that had to happen before it was actually filed.
How many steps you've submitted to for file?
Submitted the payment. Yes, your team has to proof it. The girls are told about it.
But it was all proofed already. It was probably put in a file that was supposed to be delayed or
Yeah, but
do
even
not
to
execute. But what if the page was misplaced into another file?
And to resubmit for this specifically?
Right.
No, this is couldn't blame this on oversight. I think someone had a change of heart in that team. They realized,
But what logic? Why? I don't.
that's what I'm wondering.
There's no logic otherwise than this was an accident. Somebody fucked up.
Or maybe the court kind of advised them, say, you forgot we have a ruling. Do you know what this look like? Or maybe advice from other colleagues. They say,
Oh,
"Do
you
this
know
and
what
that."
happened? Remember we in one of the videos we saw that Newjeans hired some bigger brains and then Hive hired another like ex-judges and shit like that. Remember there was like an update? Maybe they hired that, some like a judge or something, and they said like, okay, withdraw that shit. Maybe that's what happened.
Correction or damage control after realizing how serious the consequences could be. One likely explanation is a legal strategy shift. Right after the NJZ filing, it was reported that Newjeans expanded their legal team significantly.
Well, there you
Boom.
go.
They're now backed by 13 attorneys. And not just any attorneys. These are top-tier names from high-powered firms. Interestingly, Ador is also backed by 13 lawyers from their own heavyweight legal group. So yes, we've officially entered the K-pop courtroom Hunger Games. And at this level, every move is calculated. Every filing, every withdrawal, every word said in court is part of a larger chess game. Legal experts believe that the NJZ
And
withdrawal may
low key, this could honestly like trigger hype. Look what they're doing, like, and try to make the relationship look hostile. Like, we want to see how when hype is gonna call out something new, because
I've been calling nothing
I
out.
know, but you gotta poke the bear a little bit. You gotta make a move.
You want them to make a
kind
mistake?
of make them make a mistake, because
Okay.
right now they playing it cool, saying we got no problem, we got no issue with
Okay.
the girls. But if the girls do a little thing that a little bit annoying to get on their skin, to trigger them, the girls will benefit.
may have been done on the advice of this expanded legal team. By pulling back, the group may be signaling that they're ready to comply with the court's injunction, at least on the surface, while regrouping and preparing for a longer legal war. Another possible motivation? Damage control. By walking back the expedited filing, Newjeans could be trying to avoid further escalation, especially now that the case is gaining public attention. Every move they make is being scrutinized, not just by fans, but by industry insiders and the media. This reversal may be their way of hitting pause before they step too far out of bounds. And let's not forget, the core issue, the legality of their contract, their ability to operate independently, and who truly owns Newjeans is still unresolved. So this withdrawal could also reflect ongoing uncertainty. With court hearings still underway, maybe the group is simply trying to avoid making moves that could be used against them later. Now, interestingly, some are speculating that the withdrawal could also be about public perception. Because here's the thing, to fans and the general public, it kind of looks like they made a bold, legally risky move and then panicked and backtracked. Whether that's the full story or not, image matters, especially in a case where the group's entire future branding is on the line. And here's where things stand. We're all waiting for June 5th, when the second major trial hearing is set to take place. This is where things could really heat up. Newjeans is expected to present more solid evidence, more legal arguments, and possibly bring forward testimony from none other than Min Hee-jin, the former Ador CEO and a central figure in this entire battle. She's reportedly being brought in as the main justification for why the group wants out of Ador, with claims of mismanagement, broken trust, and a complete breakdown in the artist-agency relationship. So to wrap it all up, the NJZ expedited trademark filing wasn't just a legal formality, it was a high-risk gamble that backfired fast. It defied a court order, triggered legal scrutiny, and raised serious questions about judgment, strategy,
I don't think it backfired. It didn't really do nothing. It didn't backfire. They didn't. Nothing happened. There's nothing. It didn't backfire
And
at
they could
all.
also make them look innocent, like, oh, they're just girls.
Yeah.
They're just girls.
Well, okay. So first of all, this is not them doing it. This is the attorneys.
I know,
doing
but you see how they talk about, like, oh, Newjeans request. No, it was
yeah, but it
Newjeans
wasn't Newjeans attorneys. It
request.
wasn't them.
But people don't look at it that
They don't even understand what the fuck is going on now. They're probably sitting there confused, like, why can't we perform? Why can't I go do fan signing events? They don't understand what the fuck is going on.
and the group's next moves. The fact that it was filed and withdrawn within such a short time speaks volumes about the pressure, the stakes, and the legal chessboard that Newjeans and Ador are now playing on. So what do you think? Was the expedited NJZ trademark request a genuine strategic?
Well, two scenarios, strategic or a mistake. You don't believe it, it's a mistake. I don't put it past anybody. People make mistakes. Who knows?
I'm gonna see what the comments got to say.
The comments are gonna hate on them. Just there's a lot of hate on
You
Newjeans.
know,
It's
on
popular
different
to hate on them.
pages, we get maybe different vibes. Let's see.
Why don't they listen to the judge for once? They're destroying their own lives.
That doesn't sound so harsh. That seems like, wow, sympathy.
They don't need 13 lawyers, they need solid evidence. A blacklisting is necessary, that or this ban. I personally don't think even if they're punished, they won't ever learn.
Oh, doesn't sound harsh.
The real,
Based the other page.
the real question is, how are they paying for the 13 top? Oh, they definitely have some pockets. Somebody's sponsoring them, that's for sure.
T. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.